This morning I said Bitcoin's bounce had stalled short of every target it was supposed to reach. This evening it is $28 away from the first one. So, the update is not that the count broke. It is that the bounce arrived late. At 8 this morning, the high was 64,600, 368 short of the first target. It is now within 28 of it. What has not changed is the decline underneath. 5 waves down from 66,956, and it still passes every hard rule. The fourth stopped clear of the first. The fifth matched the third within 21 points. This morning's finding was about the bounce, not the decline. Labeled as an impulse, it died immediately because the fourth leg entered the first leg's territory by 29 points, and a fourth wave may not do that. That is a hard rule, not a preference. Now, the honest part, because it cuts against the story I told this morning. The new pullback today bottomed at 64,294, and that clears the same first leg top by a single dollar. So this leg, taken on its own, does not overlap at all. But the earlier violation does not unhappen. The sequence from the low still contains it, and there are now 7 legs, each one climbing back into the last. An advance built that way is corrective, and a corrective advance after a 5 is a second wave, which is why the location matters more than the shape tonight. A second wave is expected to reach a retracement zone, and the shallowest edge of that zone sits at 64,968. Price has walked right up to it. It also went through a level that capped it this morning. The third wave bottomed at 64,650, and that low held the bounce back all day. Price is now above it by nearly 300. So I have to correct something I told you this morning, and the correction is arithmetic, not opinion. I said a shallower second wave moves the third wave's targets down. It got less shallow, so they moved back up. Projected from where the bounce actually stopped this evening, equality with the first wave sits at 61,724 and the extension at 59,700. That is $340 higher than the numbers I gave this morning on both. Same method, same fall, different starting point. When the input moves, the output moves, and hiding that would be worse than being early. The weekly frame has not moved at all. The larger second wave bottomed at 57,800, $41 from the golden retracement of the whole advance, and that is still where the extension points. 2 lines decide it, and neither has been touched. Above 66,956, the 5 was a 3, and the advance of the low resumes. That is 2,200 away. Below 63,740, the third wave is running and the targets I just gave become live. That is 965 away, and it is the side this count expects, though expecting is not the same as knowing. What I'm watching overnight is simple. A rejection inside the target zone keeps the second wave intact and the map below unchanged. Acceptance above it, and the zone stops being a ceiling and starts being support. So the bounce reached the zone it missed this morning. The targets moved up with it, and both deciding lines are still untouched. Educational analysis, not advice.